It's Jets Weekly with your host, Connor Hrabchak.
Hello everyone and welcome into another edition of Winnipeg Jets Weekly. I'm your host, Connor Hrabchak. On today's show, we've got 4 games to talk about, 2 of which came against the Utah Hockey Club, 1 against the Colorado Avalanche, and the last game of the week coming at home against the Calgary Flames. And the Jets ended off the week on a 3-game winning streak. So we're going to break it all down, hand out some awards like the hardest working Jet and 3 stars of the week, and preview the upcoming schedule for the Winnipeg Jets. Let's kick it off back at the start of the week, a Monday night loss to the Utah Hockey Club. The Winnipeg Jets started the week off with a 5-2 loss in their first ever game in Utah, taking on the Utah Hockey Club, and Scott Arniel had some harsh words for his team after the game in the post-game press conference.
That was embarrassing. That was of all the games this year, that was the most embarrassing game. For me, for our players, I take full credit. I got to be the one that has to hold these guys accountable and make sure we're better. That was embarrassing. We were from top to bottom, we did a horseshit job.
So there's Scott Arniel, not happy with his team's performance. And having said that, going into the third period, this was just a 2-0 lead for the Utah Hockey Club. And by no means were the Jets playing their best hockey in the first 40 minutes, but the third period is where things really unraveled. The Jets defense core had a few really bad turnovers, both in the offensive and defensive zone. And Utah is a highly skilled team. They took advantage of those and made some really nice plays that Connor Hellebuyck had no chance on. The Jets, too little, too late, added 2 goals and ultimately lost this one 5-2, their only loss of the week coming Monday night. And that brings us to the response game. And if Scott Arniel uses those comments Monday night and the Jets players echo them and clearly are unhappy with how they played, you know that the team is looking for a big response on Wednesday against the Avs, and they did just that. A big 3-2 overtime win over their division rivals. Neil Pionk with the overtime winner, and I'm sure everyone has seen the social media clips online, but it was identical to an overtime winner that he scored in Colorado against the Avalanche earlier in his career in October of 2022 at the right circle, taking a slap shot early in overtime against the Avs. It was a crazy deja vu game winner, and if you haven't seen the clips already, I highly recommend. But the Jets got a point in this game on the road and then got the second one with Neil Pionk blasting that overtime winner, and Connor Hellebuyck was simply brilliant. If you look at the stats behind me here, the scoring chances were 37-19 in the Avs' favor. The Jets limited the shots against 27-25 in the Avs' favor, and the expected goals 3-2 for the Avalanche, so the game looked a little bit more even by those metrics. But the scoring chances, Connor Hellebuyck, the Jets defense core, blocking shots, doing a great job getting this game to overtime, and then Neil Pionk with the special play in OT to get the Jets the win. And then the Winnipeg Jets returned home to take on the Utah Hockey Club once again, and this one was a much better performance against this team, a 5-2 win. Cole Perfetti picking up his first career hat trick in this game. He snapped a streak of 14 games without a goal, and he did it big with 3 in this one. But the Jets dominated this game really from start to finish. The shots 29-19, the expected goals 3.8 to 2.2, the shot attempts 74-48, and the Jets converting on their only power play opportunity. That was Cole Perfetti's first goal of the night, gave the Jets a 1-0 lead at the time. But coming off of Monday's game, the response on Wednesday was obviously big on the road against the Colorado Avalanche, but Scott Arniel even said after the game Friday that they got embarrassed by Utah just 4 days before this game happened. They wanted to get a response against the exact same team. They had the opportunity to go right back at them, and they did just that, picking up a big 5-2 win on Friday night inside Canada Life Centre. Nikolai Ehlers was a game-time decision for this game with an illness, but he ended up playing, and it's a good thing that he did because he ended with a goal and 2 assists, and on his second assist of the night, which ended up being Cole Perfetti's hat-trick goal, he recorded his 500th career point, an incredible milestone for Nikolai Ehlers, who has spent his entire career in a Winnipeg Jets uniform. And a lot of people online were asking, Cole Perfetti's first career hat trick, Nikolai Ehlers' 500th point, who gets that puck? Here's what Nikolai Ehlers had to say.
Oh, I'm taking that one. I'm old. I'm older.
He'll get another hat trick.
Yeah, exactly.
So there it is, Nikolai Ehlers. And Cole Perfetti did say after the game as well that he is not going to fight Ehlers for it. That's his puck. You only hit 500 points once, and Nikolai Ehlers did it on this night in what was a full team effort for the Winnipeg Jets from top to bottom. Dominated, bounced back from Monday's loss to the Utah Hockey Club with a 5-2 win for their second straight win of the week. And that brings us to Sunday night's game, where the Winnipeg Jets got revenge on the Calgary Flames for a game not that long ago where Dustin Wolf stole the show and the Flames beat the Jets 3-1 inside Canada Life Center. But the Jets got back at the Flames on this night, 5-2 the victory. But most importantly, they got Eric Comrie a win. Yes, Eric Comrie had gone 8 straight starts without winning a game. It was hardly his fault. The Jets seemingly couldn't score in the games that he started, but the Jets gave him plenty of run support on this night. 5 goals in the 5-2 win. Comrie making 20 of 22 saves, 2 expected goals for Calgary, and 17 scoring chances. Pretty in line with the Jets, 2 expected goals for them, 18 scoring chances, and 27 shots on goal. But it was yet another game where we were reminded that you cannot take a penalty against this Winnipeg Jets squad or you're going to get burned for it. 2 for 2 on the power play, both of which came late in this game and were a dagger to the Calgary Flames. Gabe Vilardi got one, Mark Scheifele got the other, and this power play continues to roll even with the lack of opportunities lately. And the Jets won their 3rd straight game, this one coming against the Calgary Flames to end this little 2-game homestand against Utah and Calgary, 5-2 on Sunday evening. And like I said, the most important part of this game, Eric Comrie getting a win, 8 straight losses coming into this one, and Scott O'Neill said after the game that the players were pretty excited for him, finally getting him a win. Here's what Scott O'Neill had to say on that after the game.
It's good to see. Obviously, we talked about it a few times here, us not scoring goals, but, to get up like we did was real good. And then, he still got tested. There was some looks that he had come up big, but the boys were pretty excited for him after the game.
So there it is, Scott O'Neill on finally getting Eric Comrie a win, and now it's that time of the episode where we hand out our awards, the hardest working Jet and the 3 stars of the week. But before we do that, make sure you hit the like button down below, hit that subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss Winnipeg Jets Weekly every single Monday morning where I hand out these awards. And hey, while you're down there, drop your hardest working Jet of the week down below, maybe your 1st star of the week. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let's get into it, starting with the hardest working Jet.
The hardest working Jet.
My hardest working Jet of the week is Rasmus Kupari. In Adam Lowry's absence, he has stepped up to that 3rd line alongside Nino Niederreiter and Mason Appleton, and they've been a big part of this Jets 3-game winning streak. Starting on Wednesday against Colorado, the Jets on the road don't have last change, so that line played a lot of shifts against McKinnon and Makar and managed their minutes well. Then on Friday night, they played a great game against the Utah Hockey Club, dominated their minutes, the shot attempts, cycled the puck well, were back checking well, and that all remained consistent on Sunday against the Calgary Flames, and Rasmus Kupari's at the middle of it. We know he has the speed, but he's turning that this year into being a strong forechecker, a strong back checker, and it's resulting in a lot of hard-working plays. He's been one of the hardest working Jets all season long, and this is the first time he's taken home the hard hat. So Rasmus Kupari, for his elevation in the lineup and strong play over the 3-game winning streak, he's my hardest working Jet of the week.
And now, the Jets Weekly 3 stars of the week.
My 3rd star of the week is Winnipeg Jets leading scorer Kyle Connor. He had a 3-point performance on Sunday against the Calgary Flames with a goal and 2 assists. And the reason he gets this 3rd star nod is because that goal against the Flames that opened the scoring for the Jets was a beauty. It was one of the nicest goals of the year for the Winnipeg Jets, a highlight reel move in transition, then goes backhand bar down over Dan Vladar to open the scoring for the Jets. If you haven't seen the clip of it, I highly recommend you go and look at it online. Just nasty stuff from Kyle Connor, the Jets leading scorer. He's my 3rd star of the week. My 2nd star of the week with his first career hat trick is Cole Perfetti. It had been a while since he had been on the 3-star segment of this show. Like I said, he went 14 games without a goal, but he's playing some more sustainable hockey over these past couple games in my opinion, and obviously it led to results on Friday night against Utah when he picked up his 8th, 9th, and 10th goals of the season. He's now got 10 goals, 18 assists, and 28 points through 51 games for the Winnipeg Jets. He's playing better and better by the game, and the results finally showed on Friday as he got some bounces and buried some pucks for his first career hat trick. My 1st star of the week is Winnipeg Jets forward Gabriel Vilardi. He had one of his best games of the season on Sunday against the Calgary Flames with 4 points, 2 goals and 2 assists. His first goal of the game, a really nice drop pass in transition from Dylan Sandberg, hit Velarde with speed, who beat Dan Vladar over the blocker side with a perfectly placed shot. And then his second goal of the game, his typical drop step on the power play that defenders have yet to catch on to and keeps working. He is one of the best power play threats that the Winnipeg Jets have had since they've returned, and he's proving that game by game, leading this top unit to strong results game in and game out. Gabriel Velarde, for a 4-point performance on Sunday against the Calgary Flames, is my first star of the week. Now let's quickly take a look at the Winnipeg Jets' upcoming schedule, which is packed of entertaining games, starting with Tuesday night against the original 6 opponent, Montreal Canadiens. Tuesday night at the Bell Center. The Canadiens are one of the best teams in the NHL over the past month of play, and Patrick Laine has been at the center of it. That game is going to be full of storylines, full of entertainment, and should be one of the best games of the week. That brings us to Thursday against the Boston Bruins, another original 6 opponent. Boston kind of hanging on for their playoff lives in the East, fighting for a playoff spot. That should be a great game against a desperate Boston team. And then Saturday night, if things hold the way they are right now, this will be a matchup of the top 2 teams in the NHL on a Saturday night in Hockey Night in Canada. And it truly doesn't get much better than that. The Jets and the Washington Capitals set to do battle on February 1st. And then the Jets will return home for 2 games at home before the Four Nations face-off break. And the first one is against the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, if you've kept up with the NHL news of the week, the Carolina Hurricanes traded for Mikko Rantanen, superstar from the Colorado Avalanche, and that'll be the Jets' next home game next Tuesday, February 4th. So 4 outstanding games upcoming for the Winnipeg Jets. I'll be back on Winnipeg Jets Weekly next Monday, breaking down the Montreal game, the Boston game, and the Washington game, and previewing further that game against the Carolina Hurricanes next Tuesday. That is going to do it for this edition of Winnipeg Jets Weekly. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button down below, hit that subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss this exact video every single Monday morning, where I break down the week that was for the Winnipeg Jets, preview the upcoming week, and of course, hand out the awards, the hardest working Jet, and the 3 stars of the week. Thank you so much for watching Winnipeg Jets Weekly. Enjoy the games this week. They should be some great ones, and I'll see you next Monday. Have a great week, everyone.